It's been well documented that the wealthy think differently than the poor and middle classes. Rich people genuinely have different thought patterns and different subconscious attitudes. They interpret the world differently than the rest of us. It's well known that the brain is an electrochemical organ. Researchers have speculated that a fully functioning brain can generate as much as 10 watts of electrical power. Other, more conservative investigators calculate that if all 10 billion interconnected nerve cells discharged at one time, that a single electrode placed on the human scalp would record something like 5 millionths to 50 millionths of a volt. If you had enough scalps hooked up, you might be able to light a flashlight bulb. Even though this electrical power is very limited, it does occur in very specific ways that are characteristic of the human brain. Electrical activity emanating from the brain is displayed in the form of brain waves. There are 4 categories of these brain waves, ranging from the most activity to the least activity. When the brain is aroused and actively engaged in mental activities, it generates beta waves. The frequency of beta waves ranges from 15 to 40 cycles per second. A person in active conversation would be in beta. The next brainwave category in order of frequency is alpha, where beta represented arousal, alpha represents non-arousal. Alpha brainwaves are slower and higher in amplitude. Their frequency ranges from 9 to 14 cycles per second. A person who takes time out to reflect or meditate is usually in an alpha state. The next state, theta brainwaves, are typically of even greater amplitude and slower frequency. This frequency range is normally between 5 and 8 cycles per second, which means 5 to 8 hertz. A person who has taken time off from a task and begins to daydream is often in a theta brainwave state. The final brainwave state is delta. Here, the brainwaves are of the greatest amplitude and slowest frequency. They typically center around a range of 1.5 to 4 cycles per second. They never go down to 0 because that would mean you were brain dead. But deep, dreamless sleep would take you down to the lowest frequency, typically 2 to 3 cycles per second. When we go to bed and read for a few minutes before attempting sleep, we're likely to be in low beta. When we put the book down, turn off the lights, and close our eyes, our brain waves will descend from beta to alpha to theta, and finally, when we fall asleep, to delta. Humans dream in 90-minute cycles. When the delta brainwave frequencies increase to the frequency of theta brainwaves, active dreaming takes place and often becomes more experiential to the person. Typically, when this occurs, there is rapid eye movement, which is characteristic of active dreaming. This is called REM and is a well-known phenomenon. When an individual awakes from a deep sleep in preparation for getting up, their brainwave frequencies will increase through the different specific stages of brainwave activity. That is, they will increase from delta to theta and then to alpha, and finally, when the alarm goes off, into beta. If that individual hits the snooze alarm button, they will drop in frequency to a non-aroused state, or even into theta, or sometimes fall back to sleep in delta. During this awakening cycle, it is possible for individuals to stay in the theta state for an extended period of, say, 5 to 15 minutes, which would allow them to connect deeply with their subconscious. Your subconscious mind is the collective intelligence of all cells in your body. It regulates all of your autonomic body functions. It houses your emotions, imagination, memory, habits, intuition, and is your personal pathway to even more subtle levels of consciousness. The use of affirmations, mental imagery, and hypnotic suggestion is effective only when your brain is in theta rhythm. In this state, your subconscious mind accepts any suggestions or mental pictures that you give it without question and begins to act on it immediately. Therefore, it's easier to clear any thought and behavior patterns that you may want to change and to install new, desirable thinking and attitudes as part of your personal development and growth. Listening to subliminal audio programs at this time, you'll begin overriding limiting programs with the new beliefs and behaviors you want to experience. Another powerful way of accessing this state is through biohacking. Our brain waves respond differently to various types of music, and we can induce certain feelings with the right beats. Binaural beats involve playing two tones at different frequencies to induce certain states of mind, so you can use binaural beats to trigger theta brainwaves. Using brain entrainment audio programs along with affirmations or visualization can be a powerful combination because your subconscious mind lets down its defenses so it can easily absorb any message you wish to program in. When reprogramming your subconscious, you have to limit negative influences in your environment. Your subconscious mind is constantly absorbing information from outside sources and using that information to form beliefs that shape how you think and behave. Negativity from the daily news, toxic people, and social media can have a profound effect on your subconscious mind without you even knowing it. Surround yourself with positive, supportive people. Seek out books, videos, and music that lifts you up and empowers you. The miracle working powers of your subconscious mind existed before you and I were born. All you have to do is unite mentally and emotionally.